G'day guys and gals. So, today my streaming plans may be cut short because I actually have an ocean storm washing over, so I'm sort of semi-expecting power to go out at some point in time, because when I can smell that wonderful ocean breeze from where I am, it usually means that I'm going to be in for a very good storm. So, that said, I just wanted to recap my rather horrible video of WD-EX-8, which I uploaded late, or probably early this morning, I should say. There's no vocal or no voiceover to any of it, on the basis that I was just recording clears at the point that I was at. I think I'd been at that clear for something like 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, and yeah, I was at my wit's end, because the mechanics that were supposed to happen weren't happening, and I couldn't particularly force them, so yeah. So, supposedly, and I don't know how supposedly it actually is, but anyway, this, I don't actually know 100% how this guy's Dominion field works. I sort of have a sort of bland understanding of how it works, but I don't actually know. So I've been kind of thinking of a hindsight way I could go about, I don't want to say forcing his skills, but that's probably the best way I can say it. Unfortunately also for that, I never really found a good way to go about it. Not for lack of trying, that's for certain. So I was, as I said, I've been trying to think of ways that I could make it a little bit nicer, a little bit clearer, but the more I brainstorm, the more I kind of realize that a lot of what I do is a dead end. And yeah, because cost does play a lot into this. Yeah, it's just not particularly ideal no matter what really happens. Where is Frostleaf? Because a lot of the alternative operators that I can pull in, like Frostleaf, so obviously Frostleaf, Lapland, Midnight. A lot of them don't stand on their own 2 feet too well. As you saw, I had Vigna selected wherever Vigna's gone, and Vigna comes into her element for decent defense and attack, even though she has a lower health. So 328 defense, 346, but her attack is, substantially higher. I've lost her again. 609. So, I mean, I could probably invest, another 15 levels into, say, Frostleaf, for example, but I don't think that would really help the situation all that much. Lapland as well. The situation's sort of the same with Lapland. I mean, yeah, it's complicated. And I mean, obviously I was also trying to attempt to get through this with the minimum amount of high-end units, but my 4-star Vanguards just weren't getting the damage down I needed. And it was just a mess. I did obviously go after the fact and check out a couple of other people's... Well, sorry, I shouldn't say a couple. I checked out one other person's guide, and they actually utilized an operator I don't have leveled. And probably won't level until such time as, I am actually going through finally leveling everything up, instead of just sort of being a little bit particular. But the situation still sort of falls onto that really weird and awkward spot. Now also, a part of me thinks that I could probably go without Armia, but again, I'm not 100% sure. It's one of those things that, the second you start yanking someone else out, something else happens, and yeah, it's not super ideal. So yeah, I've just been trying in my head to go over how I could get this done better without sort of raking up operator quality, and unfortunately it's something that I just haven't managed to do yet. So I'm gonna try again with Frostleaf. I mean, I'm just basically gonna throw some stuff away to see what I can do, what I can't do. So I don't know how much of this stream is going to end up with me, as I said, especially with this storm rolling over. How much of this is going to be me just trying to get this to work, but... it also gives me a little bit of an opportunity to sort of talk a bit more about what I was doing during that. And... yeah. So my 2 Vanguards have gone in. Now I was using 4-star Vanguards, but like I did mention just a minute ago, the 4-star Vanguards just simply were not doing the damage I needed them to do. I was trying my absolute best to make them work, but they weren't. Which is sort of fine, because everybody got Texas, and Texas is a fairly decent Vanguard, so... to say that I'm disappointed by that in particular would be a lie. The other downside to actually swapping in Frostleaf is that I lose Zimmer's buff on her, so there's ups and downs to every change that I actually make in this. So now I believe I actually popped in my 2 tanks down the bottom here. So my 2 tanks can take out those fine. I probably had Yafiala popped in. See, I don't even remember. That's how long I was at this. My brain is just absolutely fried from how I was doing this. I am also fairly certain I had to throw in a healer. Because, yeah, things just ended up going down, so I'm pretty sure my Vanguards needed a top up, but a lot of this was also just about delaying. So that much I do absolutely know as well. So we'll do this. Keep cycling Texas. Because I know that these tanks can take care of everything down there. That's fine. It's not something that's particularly huge matter of concern. I think I may have been a bit slow on Yapyella's skill there. Yeah, I was, but that should be okay. Should be fine. Pull them out. So again, that should be completely fine. I'll... My only real concern is Gummy down the bottom here. I'm not too sure if she'll walk that off. I'm very scared about her. Yeah, so... It's just one of those things. I was way too slow on Yapyella's skill usage, so I gotta back out of that. Hello, Lo-Fi. Lo-Fi? Lo-Fi? Sorry, not sure which of the two it is. So, I'll try that one again, and there's the thunder. Lovely. Try and be a bit more on the ball with Yapyella's skill this time, so I'm not running behind constantly. Alrighty. That's looking a little better already. Pop in my healer, keep everybody topped up. Just that. Whoops, I need a tank. There we go. They'll take care of that. That's fine. Now I need Yapyella in, so we'll pop Yapyella in just up here. Cycle that skill again. I need you out, I need you in. Use that. I need you out, you in. Made a little bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. Fast redeploy can solve those problems. Use that skill. Ah! Yapyella's skill. Armia out. So hopefully the boss, yep, will force that skill onto Yapyella. Pull everybody else out. Fast redeploy in. Give the fast redeploy a healer. Gummy's done, so I can pull Gummy out. So Gravel will stay there happily. I don't need to worry too much about Gravel. What am I waiting for now? Armia, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Cora's skill just to heal her up, so I don't need to worry about too much else, although I probably will. I'll probably have to worry about putting somebody down here, like Gavial, just to keep topped up. So this is where the big delay comes, and I think I may have cocked up the big delay because I can't see the boss's health bar. So I'm gonna pop Armia in here. Perfumer's gonna go in here facing up. And Armia will just get Perfumer's talent heal, which is fine. So, use Texas's skill. So I'm not expecting Armia to go down. I mean, I could be very wrong. She may go down. Nope, she's just walked that off, which is cool. Because now that enemy should start attacking Korra. So as soon as I know that enemy's going down, I'll pull Korra out. That's that enemy done, so Armia out. So I've just got this enemy to go. Gavial is done, so I'll get Gavial out. Now, I think I want her there. Don't think I want that just yet. I do need to wait for Armia, that's fine. I think I still can't see the boss's health bar because... So that's it, I'll get Texas out. Armia's cycled, so I'm going to put in another healer over here. Armia's going to be here facing down. And now I'm going to do a quick cycle because I want gravel. There's no way in God's green earth you can get this done with 3 or 4 stars only. Not that I've found, maybe somebody else has found a way to cheese it to do it, but I've never found a way. You just can't get the damage on the boss. Okay, so there we go. The boss has just used its Berserk skill. One-shots my person. Gravel in. Texas in again to block. I need to keep Armia alive. That's fine. That's not fine, but that's okay. I'll have to deal with that. Use my fast redeploy to bait this guy's first strike. Hello, Copson. Because otherwise Sari is going to get belted. That's fine. No, it's not fine. Yeah, okay. That didn't go the way I wanted it to. I am not good at all. I'm horrible. I can't even imagine or think how you would do this with only 3 stars. Even with only 4 stars, I can't imagine how you'd get about it. Like I said, there is a way to cheese this, but I don't have the operator to do it. And I say cheese, but I think that it's actually how you intended to do it, because It's an operator that came with the event, so, you know, typically events are designed around those operators that are released. Typically. But, you know, a lot of people may not just have the resources to immediately just throw at brand new operators, so I'm trying to get through it without using those operators. And as you can see, it's not going particularly well. I did get it up. I got one video uploaded about it, but I'm trying to get it because... Yeah, of course you can ask something, man. I'm trying to get through it with a little bit of description because when I went through it before, I was at the end of my rope and I was just recording. I wasn't actually doing any voiceover or anything, so I'm just sort of picking through it now with a little bit of commentary, I suppose. So this is how this is all supposed to be. Now I just need to get Yafyala in. Yafyala in, facing down. I mean, yeah, if you've got any questions, guys, ask away. I'll do my best to answer them. So here comes the boss. So we need Gavial out, Perfumer in, Texas skill. Take over one battle from auto deploy. Okay, so when you're doing an auto deploy, you'll have a little square down the bottom here, just above where your deployment bar is. I think it sort of partly overlaps. If you tap that, you'll get a pop-up that says, "Are you sure you want to take over the auto deploy?" And you know, it's obviously just a yes/no thing. Just tap yes, and it'll return it to manual. So, use Army's skill. Perfumer's skill. Wait for that drone to get a little bit closer, and away we go. No, that's fine. It is something you can very easily miss, so certainly not something I can hold against anyone. Alright, so that's done. Army is gone. Fast redeploy in. That's not going to give me a lot of time because Yafyala pummeled the shit out of that guy. Yeah, that's really, really, really bad. I'm hoping Gravel doesn't do a lot of damage to that because that's going to be super bad. Gummy's done. Gravel usually does like next to nothing to that guy. I think she does like 1 health per hit. She's absolutely going to kill him before he goes down. I may have used that skill way too early. I've used that skill way too early. I cannot do that. Now that I'm not in the middle of something, I can actually drop back and show you. So, when you've got an auto deploy set, you can just go into it, start. And So, yeah, okay. See how it's just got takeover down the bottom here? If you tap takeover, you'll get this pop-up. Auto deploy no longer available. Are you sure you want to take over? Yes. And then once you've taken it over, it returns back to total manual. So I hope that one helps you. Alrighty, try this again. But yeah, it's good to get Texas. Texas is a good vanguard. I use Texas quite a lot. I can probably take 100. Righty. Pop in Armia first, actually, so Armia can help Texas. Because while Texas has high damage, she doesn't have good defense. Frostleaf in. Use that skill. Tanks in. We'll do Quora first. Skill, Gummy. Annihilation. Sorry. Bear with me. What about the Annihilation? I didn't actually look at the Texas thing, because I'd completed all of them, so I just clicked on all of them and finished them all off. So I don't actually know anything about the Texas prerequisites. Okay, so in comes the boss, so pull you out, put you in. Army's skill straight away, you out, you in. Well, you probably just have to do one of the Annihilation... Whatever one of the Annihilation... Does it say which Annihilation specifically, or does it say just do an Annihilation? Go. It's done. Pull you out. That's good. That's perfect. You out. You in. You out. So yeah, you'll probably just have to do whatever Annihilation you want. Probably just the easiest one. The easiest one is Chernobog, I believe. When I get out, I'll show you which one it is. Which one's the easiest one for you? Although I think they actually unlock as you go, but anyway, I'll show you anyway so you know. Okay, you out. So that's perfect. He's got half a health bar left. Which means that he'll sit there as long as I need him to, because gravel does no damage. You there. You're done. I've never had to cycle operators like this. Never have I ever had to cycle operators like this. It's these Ursus guards. They're horrible, horrible enemies. Texas skill. I'm actually just going to wait for this guy to come down so he doesn't belt on Armia quite as much. That'll do. Doesn't matter if Armia takes a hit or two, I just don't want her getting as close to death as she was. go. We'll use Cora's skill so we know she's going to stay nice and healthy. Use Texas's skill as well. Armia. One. That should be it. Yep, good. Replace Frostleaf. That's it. Armia out. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure I want Frostleaf there. Let's get rid of Frostleaf. I think I'm going to try and get Frostleaf somewhere else. Well, like I don't have plenty of time. Whoop, you need to go. You can go. It's just because the boss leaves, like, the big issue on this map is that the boss leaves 5 of these big black areas. And that burst that the boss just did, that burst attack, anything that is inside one of these black areas that gets hit by that burst attack is dead, full stop. And I've actually tested this on operators that have an immune ability, and they will die. There's no if, buts, or maybes, they die. That area does not cover, so people like Spectre, Surta, they go down. Even if their immune ability is in play. So you can't do anything about it. You actually have to try and manage these black areas. And the boss puts down 5 of them. Okay, so I'm going to put Frostleaf here. You need to go... I'm actually going to hold off on you. I'm going to deploy you when the boss is going crazy. Alright. I think I'm good. So swap you out, swap you in. Put Armia here. Let that cycle. Not that I can see the boss's health bar again. Okay, there it goes. So now I'll put in Gavial so everybody gets their boosts. That's fine. Fast redeploy. Because the boss basically one-shots everything for a little while they first transitioned into this stage. Okay, so that's fine. So now they should start. Do this. We do this. Army is fucking not fine, I don't think. Yala, you. That's not ideal, but that's should be okay. Now the boss should should. Yes, it has. Now the last field should go on Texas. Okay, so that's done. Everything's done. So now I put Gummy here, because Gummy can support herself. I'll put you here. You here. Because all this should be fine now. I don't think there should be any issues now. Because none of these enemies hit particularly hard until they enrage, which they do at 50%. So, fucking bollocks. Please tell me I caught that. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm gonna have to keep somebody in until I can replace. I think that's gonna be right. So now I do this. I do this. Do this. Okay, I was hoping I'd actually get this enemy down here, but I haven't. But that's fine. That's not a massive issue because, again, I can just... I'll show you all that once I get out. Help, son. Make it nice and easy for you. So I don't need Saria anymore. Although I am going to lose Quora, but that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but it's something I can manage. Because Armia will finish that enemy off, and that's fine. Now Armia will finish that enemy off, and that will be fine. Now I can get rid of these healers. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Bugger. Well, I'll just pop Perfumer down there just because. Pop Yapyala here. Yapyala can start attacking. I'll wait until the enemy gets down to 50% because Yapyala has a slowed attack rate and so does Gummy. I'll put Crossleaf down on top of that enemy so I can make sure that when it enrages I don't have an issue. I'll pop you down there, your skill, Armia over here. There we go, perfect, finally got through it all. Bloody hell. And that was a hell of a lot cleaner than my previous one too. Okay. So now I can just sort of cut that out of my bloody video, I guess. Hopefully. I don't know, YouTube has this really, really odd thing where it doesn't like me clipping things. Okay, so first port of call for you, Corpse Sun. You asked me about annihilations. Which one's annihilation? These ones. This one. Enter map. So annihilation's this one over far back here. Second from the right. And we are looking for, I think it's here in the middle, Ursus. Yeah. So Chernobog's your starting point right here. That's the easiest one. And to complete that, I think it's 400 enemies. I'll have a quick look because I get full refund if I pull out straight away. So yeah, it's 400 enemies. So that's the one you are after, Chernobog in Ursus territory. And you'll get a weekly reward progress of Arundum. So you can farm that up every week, and depending on how many of these you get through, that in most of them, I should say, increases your Arundum capacity per week. So that's that one. Chernobog in Ursus territory. Now, next up, distinctions or shop vouchers. So, obviously you go into your store, certificate, and then you've got them on the side here, distinctions and shop vouchers. And you just, you can get whatever you want from there. Well, whatever they got. And that's pretty much where you get like most of your headhunting permit stuff and everything else. So you get a whole bunch of them per month. I can't actually click on that. I think it's... I think you get 10 singles and 3 10 pulls per month from this headhunting permit. And to exchange, basically, those distinction tickets come from your recruitments. So I'll just do a quick recruit, see if I can get something decent out of this. Nothing decent, nothing decent. Okay. So once you've done your recruitment for the day, I usually just let mine run, but just as an example. So obviously whenever you pull an operator, you get either a token or you get these commendation certificates. I'm not actually sure if you get commendation certificates just for pulling something you already own. You might. Anyway. You go down the bottom there to token, and that's where you exchange all your duplicate orchard tokens, or anyone tokens. So any duplicates you get beyond the potential 6. So seeing as how I've got orchard, we'll use orchard as an example. So once you get your operator to potential 6, obviously the tokens become redundant then, and you can go into the store, you head down to token, and you trade them in for commendation points, and then you use those commendation points in the commendation store or the distinction store, depending on which tokens you get. Usually you'll be getting out of the commendation store, but yeah. So I have that one. Hopes. I don't think I can actually check any of this stuff. No, my Texas mission is long gone. Hello, Druid. Or Druidic. base.
満天の星が見える部屋をお願いできますでしょうか。
I'm actually quite chuffed that I managed to get through that so cleanly. I wasn't really expecting to. I was expecting to have another nightmare moment. I'll have to pinch that and upload it. You did it? Good stuff. How much pain did you go through? How much pain did you go through? Not a problem, Corpse-san. Now the other thing that I know I haven't done is I haven't actually gone through and finished all of the medals for this. Two hours of browsing YouTube. Yeah. I see a lot of people that have timing problems, actually. That's a fairly common problem that people have. WD-EX-8 3-star rating while destroying at least 8 Anvil support drones. EX-6. Yeah. A lot of things require very good timing. Oh god, EX-6 while destroying drones. I just left drones alone in this one. That's a big problem that I see a lot of people have, though, is that they tend to overlook just how important it is. Especially when they're just starting out. So, I mean, over on YouTube, I've got Corpse-san, who is a new player, and I imagine that they'll come across that quite soon, where they need to worry about timing. What am I doing? I'm trying to kill this with drones, aren't I? Need drone kills. God. I didn't even remember how many drones they said. I think I said I needed 8 drones. Yeah, I come across, I don't come across too many people anymore, but when I started doing Arknight's videos, I came across a lot of people who were just like, yeah, we just throw the 6 stars at it. Yeah, well, you can throw the 6 stars at it, I suppose. But, you know, not everybody has the money to just get all their 6 stars and invest like that. And B, even when you have 6 stars, timing tends to be fairly important. Sniper. Who do I want? Who do I want? Who do I want? Where is my blue poison? There's always stuff to learn, though. I mean, I've been playing Arknight since release, and there's, you know, I typically don't because I make my own guides to clearing things, so I don't really check anything until after I've done my guides. But I do still come across stuff I'd never thought of. So there's always something. I love Anunkdes. I think there's another one coming too, actually. I saw on the Chinese server. I don't know if they're a 6-star, but I believe that another Anunkdes is coming. Or another operator similar to Anunkdes is coming, I should say, not another Anunkdes. Let's get some Yala. Let's get some W. You can tell I'm not making a clear video today, can't you? Here's me just like, yeah, let's just get all this. Anniversary 1. Anniversary 2's coming up very shortly, another couple of months, and then we can get Calcet. I don't even remember this map. I'm just picking operators here. I should probably check what I actually need. Do I need arts, or what do I need? No, everything's just low defense. You won't be pulling for Calcet. Well, you'd be the first person I've come across. Why not? I'm curious now. You've got me curious. Ah, yes. Yes, Calcet is the standard. She's not the limited on that banner. She is the standard. Healers would be good, wouldn't they? Who is the Skadi? Skadi's the limited on that one. The cross one of Skadi. Yeah, I think it'll make people really, really happy that Calcet will be released. Did I say independently? On a standard banner. Because I think it takes a lot of the stress out of getting her. Yeah, mate, of course you can add me. Yeah. So I'm gonna kill all the drones. Every drone must die. Painful. You know what, actually? During the lava event, I actually saw, like, they actually had completely new artwork for Cruz. I am hoping beyond hope, that I see on the Chinese news that they're getting a 5-star cruise. If I see a 5-star cruise, I will be the happiest person in the world. I actually forget how I had this organized. Can you imagine a 5-star cruise? My god. Because they did have brand new artwork of her for that lava event where we got the 5-star lava. So if we get a 5-star cruise, my god. I feel that my love of blue poison may be in jeopardy if that's the case. Oh, I can't imagine. That's why I'm excited. I'll add you in a minute, mate, once I get out of this map. Just cruise, but better. I mean, oh my god. That's fine. The paradox... I mean, a lot of people do them now, but when I started doing them, I was the only person doing them. I was actually quite stunned. I would have thought that people would have been all over those paradox guides. Oops, I don't want you there, I want silence there. A lot of people, quite a few people do paradox guides now though, but that's good. Because not a lot of people, like, for example, I get a lot of people that come in through my lava paradox video. The elite status is basically just a tiering system, so most operators, I want to be quite clear on that. Most operators have Elite 1 and Elite 2, so all these operators that you see on the field for me, for example, they're all Elite 2 operators. 3 stars only have an Elite 1, and 2 stars don't have an Elite. But like I was saying, I don't care that a whole bunch of people do actually upload videos, because to me, like, you can't say that everybody makes the same video. I mean, they're all similar, or most of them are similar, but the more guides people put out, the more different ways. Like, you yourself said that you were looking around for a guide for 2 hours for the current EX whatever challenge mode. So I mean, you would have been looking through what, how many different ways of getting that map done? I mean, that's a really cool concept to me, that you can have so many different ways of doing the same map. At least I think it's good. I hope I've got all those drones. Hope I've got all the drones. Must get drones. I don't actually have the slightest clue how many of these drones I've killed. I hope I've got enough. I'll soon find out, won't I? I don't think I do. I don't know how many drones there are. That's the big problem. Usually they pop up, don't they? Where's my medal set? It's not that one. No, I didn't. At least 8 air destroyers. I'm gonna have to be very weird and careful about that now. So just swapping back for a corpse. Whoops, cycle through all these. Down, 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 down. Okay, so typically save for robots and 2 stars. When you promote an operator, so that, as you see, it pops up there. It says they've reached the highest promotion phase, but if you go up into the 3s and 4s, so see how that's lit up? That means they're Elite 1. And then if I go through, you see down the bottom here, they've got 2 crosses. That means they're Elite 2. So 1 and 2 stars, that's where they cap out, level 30. So that's Elite 0, level 30. All the 3 stars max out at Elite 1, level 55. And everything else can go up to Elite 2, but it just sort of changes as to what their maximum level is. So 4 stars max out at Elite 2, level 70. 5 stars are Elite 2, 80, and 6 stars are Elite 2, 90. Combat Terminal update. What's my opinion? You'll have to refresh my brain. Is that... Combat Terminal. Refresh my memory, sorry. I need memories. I need more drones. I need more actual snipers. Snipers. Like just this. This thing. Is that what it's called? Terminal. Honestly, I think it's freaking confusing. Namely because it doesn't have anything down the bottom. Like, I would much prefer it, frankly, if like it popped up, if it was like this. So when you've got something selected, how it says what it is. So you select terminal, main theme, intermezzi, side story, supplies, weekly, so I know what the hell I'm looking for. Because I look at this, right, down the bottom here, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell any of these little things like, what? It took me a fucking 5 minutes just to find my annihilation the other day when the week reset because I couldn't work it out. Like, I understand they're adding more content, so they needed to redesign it. So, you know, I understand that. But just give me the names of what they are. Like, just make it like this, supplies with the little sort of opaque thing behind it. That's all I need, so I know what the hell I'm looking for. I'm not the brightest bloke. I don't want to be looking around for shit and just clicking on everything to try and find. And the problem is that some of them actually like pop up the whole thing and they take the interface away. So like I click on this, for example, I click on the contingency contract thing and the whole fucking thing goes away. Like everything else pops up in a little window and then you click on that and it goes away. So then you're like, oh fuck, what am I doing now? Now you've just taken everything off me and I don't know where the hell I am. Yeah, it's shocking. I don't like it. It's not my idea of fun, that's for sure. Where's Nerl? Actually, you know what? Bugger it. I'll just take Saria. The support units update. Support units update. Another thing you'll have to remind me on there, because especially this patch, I've been like really confused with everything this patch. I haven't actually seen any of that because I typically don't go for friends operators unless I'm chasing something specific that I don't have. Is A escape any good? Who am I after? IScarp. iScarp. Look, I'm leveling him at the moment basically because of this. There are particular points where I believe that this will be useful, but as a newer player, probably not. iScarp's probably more of a sort of niche. I would say a niche range guard. He's not bad, it's just the alternatives for ranged guards. Like, for example, let me just cycle this by guards. Like the direct alternative for iScarp essentially is Lapland. And typically Lapland is who you go to. As I said, I'm not going to turn around and tell you that iScarp's not good, but most people go to Lapland simply because of her ability to silence. But which it's kind of ironic that you mention Ioscarp because he is the one that I'm leveling at the moment simply for that attack speed buff, because I very frequently, when I have minimum range tiles, I'll actually stack range guards up behind defenders or behind, you know, a regular guard or something, so they can attack over the top, and that's where stuff like this attack speed buff is helpful. So I can't ever tell you that he's not good, because that's simply not true. It's just his talent is niche, I suppose you'd say. He kind of needs a funnel scenario, I guess you could say. He's good on funnel maps. Oh shit, sorry. Sorry. Doing a dozen things at once. There you go. Dr. Formless. That's about as accurate as it gets. And everybody can pinch my my Rosmondus. So I'll hang around in my menu so I can add you. Stretch. Everybody do a big stretch. Stretch and hydrate. Range guards are good. I like having an assortment of range guards. It's just how I play. A lot of people, it's one of those things I get criticized on a lot, because I use, on those maps where you've got limited tileage, I like to use range guards, but a lot of people criticize me for not using supporters. But I have been working on it. I've been a good boy. Where is it? I got Whoop, that's not Swire. I got Swire up. Not that Swire is an actual supporter, but you know, she plays a support role. Who else did I do? I do use Sora. Sora's been really good to me. Praminix, I finally leveled up. Praminix was one of the first operators I got. She's only one that I just recently did. Been working on some specialists as well. No worries. Friends, add, friends requests, there we go. Alright, back into trying to kill these damn drones without running my bloody map out. Hopefully I can get this done this time. The problem is I'm killing stuff before I kill the drones, that's my issue. And then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna... Yeah, I finally got up through WD-EX-8. Finally managed to get through it and made it clean, actually. I'm actually quite impressed with my efforts. I was surprised. I was expecting to, like, really struggle. That's the problem, though. I don't want to kill the ground. I just want to get the drones. That's what happened last time. Alright, that should just about do me. Pop you in there. Not as many as I should, because I don't check the medals. That's the problem. I just get through the events and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm done. I nearly forgot to check this one. That's the reason. That's the only reason I'm here doing this now, is because I bothered to check it for some bizarre reason. I don't even know why. Because usually I don't. I don't think there is a fast way to increase trust. Putting them in the dorm, yeah. Not the dorm, sorry. Setting them as base... What do you call them? In your operations room. I'm not actually sure what it's called. Yo! Oh, massive pew pew. Yeah, the control base operators, that's the one. That's probably the best way. It's not a good way. There's no good way to increase trust. There's a way. I'm not going to say it's a good... Whoops. Whoops if you do that, doesn't it? Yeah, there's no good way. There's a way. I haven't been counting drones again. I've just been doing what I'm doing. Just been minding my own business. I suppose there's only 8 drones in this, is there? Now my luck. Go, Yapyawa, I believe in you. Nell's done. I do think. I don't even know what's going on in the middle of all this. There's something going on in here. I don't know what it is. Just gonna do this. I have no idea what's going on in here. I'm just gonna pretend I know. Oh no, someone went down. The humanity. The huge manatee. Maybe I should have brought a fast redeployer. You let me down, Yep Yeller. I thought you'd be able to catch them all. Betrayal. Betrayal of the highest order. Do I need to get 3 stars? Does it say I needed to get 3 stars, or have I just got this up? Metal sets are shocking too. I should probably look and see if I can actually go through. I'm going to assume that I didn't get the medal because it didn't pop up. Usually it pops up. Usually. Medal sets. Nope. Oh yeah, 3-star rating, okay. Obtained. How many do I have? I don't think this is going to actually tell me, does it? So I've got... So what was that? So I didn't finish all the Roaring Flare ones. I did finish all of... Oh, that's not anything. Promotions. What's this? Skill Mastery. That's not important. Trust. God. I don't know. I know that I'm missing a lot. See? Like, look at that. I'm missing one because I didn't spend enough. Basically because I didn't farm enough. I think that's the Dusk event, that one. No, that's this one. A Walk in the Dust. Okay. But that one's a common one that I don't have, actually, is spending enough. Because usually I just finish the event, I just get a few things, and then, you know, I get what I think is important, and I just leave it alone. So what's this one? Okay, Who is Real? So I've got that one. I know I've got all that one. That's the contingency contract. Mansfield Break. I did not get the spending. So yeah, it's just these ones that, you know, the little sort of niggly ones. It's usually spending. Cinder. I missed 1 medal. What did I miss on Cinder? Use... There you go, look at that. In Operation Cinder, I didn't use enough friend support units. I missed 1 reward in that one. And I didn't spend enough. And that one I didn't spend enough. And I didn't collect all the rewards. So same as the last one. And that one I didn't collect all the rewards. And I didn't use any support friends in... What was that? That was contingency contracts as well. In Pyrite, I did not use enough friend support units. So you can see the frequent issues that sort of arise. Sorry, Bagpipe, you're getting dumped. You let me down. You let me down, bagpipe. You didn't block enough. So yeah, it's usually just, as far as medal sets go, it's usually just silly things that I don't get. So I don't spend enough credits. Which is, you know, super ironic given that I probably wouldn't have spent enough had I not bothered to look at it this time around as well. Because I was definitely getting close to not spending any more. Because I just wasn't interested in farming more. But, is what is, you know? It looks like they're rerunning them all now anyway, so you can actually work on getting them again, which is good. Nice. It means I don't need to worry about it. Don't need to worry about it as much. Not that it's, you know, not that it really helps me now that everything's said and done, but whatever. Like I say, it is what it is. I just want them to add Elite 2 skins. That's all I want. It's so weird having Mudrock here, who's not supposed to be wearing like the top half of her hazard suit or environment suit, and she's just here. Got that reunion. Got that reunion girl. I do think that they are planning on adding those Elite 2 skins, but I don't actually know. Like, I hear rumors circulating, but I can never actually find anything concrete. The last time I saw it raised as like a suggestion, they actually said stay tuned, so I guess we'll have to see. Maybe it is in the works, who knows? Either Yafyala just absolutely pummeled a drone. Not Yafyala, sorry. Either Exusier just pummeled a drone, or Mudrock just belted the shite out of somebody before the drone came along. See, I don't really get much out of farming for medals either. Like, I mean, is there really anything in it for me? Really? I think that's my problem, is that I look at it and I think to myself, well, you know, I could farm for this medal, but do I want to farm for this medal? I make an effort. I mean, if I notice them. If I notice them, I make an effort. But the problem is that I don't typically check. You're done. You're done. Oop.
指示を。
Good drone, wasn't it? I think that's everything. Oh no, it puts a drone back in at 50% or something, doesn't it? Us summons a healing drone? There must only be 8 drones in this. Okay, so that should be it. That should be all the drones. Should. I hope. And then I do this and I don't get the award and then I'm just gonna throw something. I don't think I got it. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say I was getting very cranky. Medalists. See, especially like now where they're making me do the EX maps for awards, I get nothing for doing these EX maps again, so there's no incentive for me to do the awards unless I do them the first time, and because I never bother to look, I never noticed them. So actually, yeah, while we're talking about trust, because I'm fairly certain that my base operators are all maxed out on trust, so I should probably cycle them. So in your control center, we're just looking at base assistance. So you'll get more base assistance for each level you've got. I have no idea why Indra's in there. I don't use Indra. Indra can get yeeted. The other thing I hate, seeing as how we're talking about interfaces as well, is that I can't see their trust. And there's no level up option like there usually is, so you can just quickly go and have a look. So like the whole point of me putting somebody in here, I know that some of the things are a bit different, but like I need to be able to see trust on these operators, otherwise what's the fucking point? So now I've got to go base assistant. Oh, alright. So I only remember fucking half of them. So and I've got a goldfish brain, right? I struggle to remember what I had for breakfast by the lunchtime. So now I've got to go through these and I've got to go, okay, now, come on, brain. Let's go. Flint. Flint's 200. Okay, Flint's done. Beanstalk. Where's Beanstalk? Beanstalk. Beanstalk's not done. Mountain. Mountain's not done. Is it Iris? Iris. Not done. So now I've got to go back to the base. And then, once again, my goldfish brain has to try and remember what the hell everyone here is. So Flint's done. And then the worst part about it from here is that yet again, I have to try and work out who of all these operators I want to raise trust for, which I can't answer that question because I have no freaking idea which operators don't have trust, because I can't just check. So then I have to go back again, look again at who doesn't have trust. And it is just the most convoluted way of doing something that should be so damn simple, but isn't. So like, does Elysium have trust? Elysium doesn't have trust. I use Estelle in my guides. Does Estelle have trust? Estelle doesn't have trust, so Estelle is probably going to go in there. Scene, do you have trust? Scene doesn't. Okay, I'll just throw them in. And it's horrible. I hate doing it. And then I have to go back and remember everybody that I wanted to put in here in the first place. So you've got to go back and forward so many times, or just take a pen and paper and make a freaking list. It's horrible. It's horrible, and I don't like it. And I'm probably not going to use mountains, so I don't know why mountain's in there. Because Mountain as a brawler is just, he's a very unique brawler. Like, he's not a brawler in the typical sense. He's more of like a, I need to block one particular enemy in one particular lane. And I mean, I have a dozen other operators that can do the same damn thing. So you know, it's why. All right. I think I need one more medal. 3-star rating without destroying any air support drones. EX-5. I hate this map. This map makes me hate my life. Vanguards, let's go. You two. It's really annoying when something says don't destroy air units, because that just complicates the situation so much. Once again, I loathe. I don't think Rosmondus can hit air units. I'm nearly positive she can't. So now I'm just basically trying to get a whole bunch of operators that can't attack air units so I don't accidentally kill a drone. Because I'm running out of sanity quickly, and I don't have any sanity potions, so I am very much trying to make sure that I get this right first time by just absolutely avoiding everything that can attack air units. Let's grab a whole bunch of guards. This is stupid and I don't like this. This is bad and I should feel bad. Because I know if I give myself even the slightest opportunity to, you know, kill a drone, if I give something the opportunity, it will happen. What do I want to do? This.
この剣でお前たちが生きる価値をその肉体ごと切り裂いてやる。
This.
さっさと片付けるぞ。
Hurry up, you. I need deployment points. This. Healer. Healer. Now's going to be the interesting thing. Does Ethan hit air units? No. Good. Fantastic. This is what I like to see. I don't know why that drone went after Blaze though. It's a bit weird. So much for bringing Rosmondus. Thought it was a good idea, but clearly not. Was there any operator I struggled to get? Yes, there was. This creature right here. And that's excluding Indra and the other one. Indra and... who's the other one from the recruit? I can't remember. The defender. Indra and... can't for the life of me remember what her name is. Anyway, the two, if you exclude the two from the recruitment pool, because they actually took me the full 1,000 to get. That was rude. You know, I probably should have thought this through a lot harder than I did. Vulcan, that's the one, thank you. I like how Blaze... Blaze just gets absolutely pummeled. Meanwhile, we've just got Nian here. No healer, no nothing, and she's just powering on. Oh, dear. Yeah, good on me. Yeah, grab their legs, Ethan. Excluding Indra and Vulcan, who I actually needed the full 1,000 pulls to get. Because obviously you get tickets for them at 500 and 1,000. If you, and I still haven't got them, I wanted to say that. Even after getting them, I still haven't got them. But if you just want to say any of the pool operators, it took me forever to get Skadi. I had potential 6 Chen before I had Skadi. So I'll throw that one out there for you. As food for thought. Okay, so clearly we had a little bit of a disagreement with our tanks. Our tanks had a massive, massive disagreement with what the hell we were just doing. I don't... You're gonna hate me for this. I don't like Mudrock. Everybody hates me for saying that. I have only ever used Mudrock in a situation once. And as a typical rule of thumb, I believe that Vulcan is superior to Mudrock. I believe that Vulcan is superior to Mudrock due to her skill set. Mudrock is fantastic if you've got one enemy that just decides it wants to hit as slow as her shield takes to recycle. Or just any enemy that sort of works for her shield. But outside of that, I truly believe that Vulcan has a far superior skill set. I think that's right. So yeah, that's my unpopular opinion. There you go. I wanted to, believe me, I wanted to love Mudrock. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. So it certainly wasn't for lack of trying. How am I going to do this? If I do this like this... That should be okay. I think. I just believe that Mudrock requires too specific a situation, or too specific a set of conditions to be particularly useful. I suppose would be the better way to say it. Should be okay, I think. Should have brought a robot. See, and this is why I like. You've got me off on a tangent now. This is why I like Arknights, because everybody kind of has operators that work for them and don't work for them. You know, there's no like clear cut. This operator is fantastic. Like, I've spoken to so many people who are like, oh my god, Mudrock is amazing. But Mudrock just doesn't work for me. Be it how I play, I couldn't tell you what the problem is, but Mudrock doesn't work for me. I rarely use Silver Ash, but you know, I speak to so many people who love and use Mudrock, Silver Ash like he's, you know, the best thing since sliced bread. And, you know, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you he's good, bad, or otherwise. I mean, if he works for you, then clearly I can't, you know, clearly there's no problem.
Okay.
I see where the issue is. I see what's wrong.
どうすりゃいいんだ。
私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。いいとこついてれば痛くないから。
I don't know what the hell's going on.
あなたの届ければ叫ぶと思うよ。少しは楽になるから。
Is that all of them? Can't tell what's on the field and what's not on the field at this point in time. All I know is that there's stuff. There is stuff here. That's everything. Everything's on the field. Okay. You go. You go. You go.
私が行く。
心配無用だ。
待ち伏せ。準備できた。
See, Yak Yalla is typically my go-to as well. I'm not going to say that, you know, I absolutely always say... It depends. Because you've got to remember that Yap Yalla's range is a lot more comfortable too, because Yap Yalla goes in all directions, whereas Silver Ash just goes in one direction. But,
私が行こう。いただきます。いらないパーツあったらちょうだい。
that too. If something is weak to physical damage, I will typically prefer Silver Ash to Yap Yalla. But if there's no difference or little difference, so they're okay with arts or their arts and physical are similar, then I'll just use Yap Yalla.
ごきげんよう、ドクター。
I mean, I do have Silver Ash here. You know, it's not that I don't use him, it's just that given the option, I tend to stay more towards Yap Yalla or even Angelina, wherever she is. Because especially with Angelina, I would argue, and I will probably argue this quite fervently, that Angelina is probably one of the most useful operators in the game. She can sort of kind of do Yap Yalla's job, but she comes with being able to heal when she's not doing anything. She's a very versatile operator. And she's one of those operators that you can just use as a filler. Like, if you're not sure who to bring, you can typically just bring Angelina. And even if you're just using a skill 1, which is just, you know, the bog standard slow, she's still helping heal your operators, so, you know, there's not really a downside to bringing her. But everybody has their favorite operators. Yeah, see? I mean, you say you love Angelina, but you just can't get her to work. Well, you know, that's just how it is with Arknights, and that's why that's a good reason as to why I like the game, is that, you know, everybody sort of has their own approach. That's probably the best way to say it. Siege doesn't work for me, but a lot of people say that she's really good. I'll have to take their word for it, but I can never get Siege to work for me. Who else? I never see people using Liskarm, but I swear by her. Everybody typically just goes for Quora, but yeah, I've been using Liskarm since I got her, basically, and she's never ever gone wrong for me. And that's, bear in mind that her skill 1 is a defense skill that automatically cycles. Like, it's not a controlled skill like, say, Quora's or Beagle's. So that, I mean, that to me says something. But yeah, that's the one thing, like, I get a lot of people that drop in and drop out of these streams when I'm just doing them right, and a lot of people ask me, oh, is such and such an operator good? Like, it's hard for me to answer that because the way you play might be different from the way I play. Or the approach you're using for a particular map may be totally different from the approach that I'm using. So for me to say is Lapland better than Airscape? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Scarp. Is Lapland better than Ioscarp? Well, I can't answer that question. They're both good. They both have a skill 2 that does arts. But they both do different things. Ioscarp's a buffer and Lapland is a silencer. So, can I answer that question? Well, no. Ioscarp damages all enemies, whereas Lapland only damages 2 when using a skill 2. Manual skill versus automatic skills, these are I can't, a lot of operators I can't just outright say, yes, this operator is good. Like, I think the worst part for me is that a lot of people drop in and they actually come in and say, like, it's usually during the events where they get tickets, right? So they get tickets, which is usually one of the select a 6-star. And they say, oh, which 6-star should I pick? And I hate that. I hate answering that question because it's not an easy question to answer. I don't like using Saria. She has her uses, but I do not like using her. But a lot of people will tell you that Saria is probably one of the best tanks in the game. And I'll tell you why I don't like using her. I don't like using her because the skills are all reactive skills, right? I find that her skill 2 cycles too slowly for me, and her skill 1 will only heal under 50%. So she has the same issue that Nerl has, right? Whereas Gummy, for example, is what I like to call a proactive healer. So she'll heal something so long as she has the skill cycled and as long as they're damaged. Now, both have pros and cons. If a lot of damage is coming in, then, Gummy is probably not going to be great because Gummy's always going to fall behind because the heal will just be going, oh, heal time, heal time, heal time, Whereas Nerl and Saria, for example, will actually wait until they drop or something drops below 50% and then they'll heal. But if there's like one boss that's doing massive amounts of damage and you need things to be topped up, that sort of hinges back the other way. Maybe you don't want them being below 50% before the heal goes off. Because, then it's brown trousers time. So yeah, it's really hard when somebody drops in and they say to me, oh, is this operator good? Because as you just say, every operator is mostly unique. It's very rare that an operator goes from 3 to 4 to 5 just linearly. Don't get me wrong, there are examples where they do just go in a linear order, but typically there's no direct 3, 4, 5-star operators that just go straight up as direct replacements, and yeah. It's complicated and very difficult because unless I know how you play, I don't know what's going to be useful for you. Yeah, so, I mean, anyway, I typically, if somebody asks, I just say get Blaze. Because Blaze works as a tank and as a DPS, so you can't go too wrong. Blaze is one of those operators that you can actually just say, yeah, just get Blaze. Yeah, waifu over meta kind of does reign in this game. I don't want to say it absolutely does, but yeah, it kind of does. It has a heavier swing. Let's look at it that way. There's a very good chance that your waifu is probably going to be useful in some way, shape. Like, do you know who I'm loving at the moment? This little creature. I'm fucking loving Pinecone. And I have Executor, I have Aosta. Pinecone is brilliant, and she's just a little 4-star. The only downside to her is this, her talent's a bit poo. But her skill set's really, really good. Ignoring target's defense, and if you've just got like a single file lane, then this skill is amazing as well. And I mean, that just goes to show, like, this is a 4-star and she's amazing. I strongly believe that Pure Stream is one of the best long-range healers in the game, and she's a 4-star. I had a mutual disagreement, although it was with somebody who'd been giving me grief for a long time, so admittedly. A disagreement about Phantom, because I think Phantom's trash. Like, why do you want a 6-star fast redeploy? I mean, yeah, he's got this amazing skill set, but does he really do anything better than the humble rodent? Not really. She does the job just as well. Who else is there that's underrated? Scavenger's underrated, I think. Cora isn't underrated because everybody uses her, but, you know, she certainly gets a honorable mention. Utage is fantastic. That's a 4-star. Who else is there? Have all these 4-stars that sort of sneak around. Oh yeah. There was a little bit of contention in one of my Paradox simulation videos over Spectre. Somebody decided who uses Spectre without Mastery 3 on this skill. It'd be quite interesting to see how they contend with the current EX-8 map. Because the bosses, that black field that the boss lays down, if something gets hit in that, it will die, regardless of its invulnerability status. It is death, full stop. I actually tried to put down both Serta and Spectre for their invulnerability skills, just thinking, oh, I can I can probably just wait the boss out. No, it's death. If the boss uses its... I'm not actually sure what the skill's called. I call it a burst attack because it bursts out from him. Original, I know. But if the boss actually uses its burst skill while they're in a cloud, regardless of their invulnerability status, they will die, full stop. So, yeah, good luck with that Mastery 3 Spectre if you're relying on that. It's things like that, like those crutch operators, and I know why they've done it, because everybody uses Surtur. Surtur skill 3. Let's go in, Surtur skill 3, we'll just drop it on the boss and nuke him. Well, guess what? It doesn't work this time around. As soon as that boss uses its burst attack, Surtur will die. Full stop. It doesn't matter if you've just activated that skill or it's halfway through, she's going to die. And I think that's super important because it's super important to think about things like that because a lot of people use those crutch operators like Surtur and Spectre. Because a lot of people think that, oh, I'll just use the invulnerability skill and it'll all be okay. Well, guess what, lads? In this particular instance, it doesn't work that way. I'm all for unpopular opinions here. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I'm happy for people to come here. Silence, really? See, on the other hand, I love silence. Silence is actually my primary healer. Even though I have Shining up here, leveled and good to go, I still use Silence and Warfarin. They are my primary healers, so yeah. It just goes to show. I mean, who do you use then? I suppose that's the next question. Just because I am moderately curious now. Folinic and Breeze. Good old Breeze. Breeze was the freebie, wasn't she? I would have liked Breeze if I was still doing the Frost Nova story when she came out. Unfortunately, I was through that and done. I'd finished Patriot by the time she'd come out. So unfortunately, this bonus to status resistance didn't help me. And good old Folnic. Yeah, I tried to like Folnic. I couldn't... I do use her, don't get me wrong. I typically use her when I don't need a lot of healing, so I can use her attack skill. But I don't use her a lot. I like her though, because she has the attack skill. I probably wouldn't have leveled Breeze actually, but Breeze in the future has a paradox simulation, so I had to level her up. It's what a lot of these operators are actually. Most of these little level 10 ones. The little E210 ones are the ones that I've just leveled up for the sole purpose of the paradox simulation. I leveled Bagpipe on the basis that everybody was telling me how good she is. And while I don't want to dismiss how good she is, because she does do a lot of damage, That right there is my opinion. I prefer to use read. Although you'll notice in most of my clear guide videos I use Vigna, but that's because not everybody has read. When I'm playing for me, I use read. Let's talk about WD-EX-8. What would you like to know about WD-EX-8 besides the pain, the pain that comes with it? Yeah, I did just actually well, not just. I got a very good early clear of WD-EX-8, which I'll be uploading on my channel once I'm finished with this stream, because obviously I'll need to split it all apart. It was actually the cleanest clear I've actually had of it, which I was stunned about. Well, I've been at it for 6 hours, right? This is no bullshit. I actually spent 6 hours doing this. 6 to 8 hours doing this shit. And when I opened up this stream, when I started this stream today, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna sit here for another 6 hours trying to get this shit done. And ironically, I did finally get it done. I don't know if I still have this. No, I can't even. I'm out of everything. I'm insane. The first time I was trying to do it right, I was at it for 4 or 5 hours. I don't have a lot of stuff built. Arknights has been nice to me. I probably did overcomplicate all of it. I just couldn't get the boss to do what I wanted it to do. I have a tendency to overcomplicate things, so I don't really want to dig my own grave too much. But yeah, that frickin' boss. Because I understand how the boss's mechanics work, but every time I try to get it to do what I want it to do, or what it quote-unquote should do, it never does. I'm out of practice plans too. I can't do anything. Like I said, I spent 6 to 8 hours doing this shit. I'm out of everything. It's done everything, so... And I do actually have a crap EX8 upload. I was trying to get low cost clear, is what I was trying to do. Which was reasonably unsuccessful. If I just threw the 6 stars at it, I could probably do it fairly simply, but... I don't want to say very simply because heck the boss, but... Yes. A lot of the clears were long time stalls. For operators to cycle and everything else, yeah. So every clear was like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. Well, I say clear, every attempt was like 20 minutes because I was sitting there stalling and then it'd usually all blow up towards the end. So, you know, you've wasted all that time just trying to stall the boss for however long it was. And earlier on, when I was actually doing the clear, some poor bastard come in and asked me, oh, can you do it with 3 and 4 stars? I'm like, oh, not really. You probably could, but I don't know how. You'd be really, really punishing yourself. Isn't that the truth? Why isn't my stream chat popping up? Oh, I'm in a different scene on my streaming service, that's why it's not popping up. And I don't have my stream chat set on this particular one. I'm sitting there trying to work it out. I couldn't work it out. Oh, that said, although I know that I've had a couple of people just drop in on both Twitch and YouTube, that is about where I'm going to call this stream, because it's been over 2 hours now and I'm out of sanity. I can't show you guys anything else. I've got no practice plans, I've got no sanity, I've got nothing. I'm insane. I'm insane, doctor. Calcit has ruined me. Although, I want to throw this out here. I should probably just, maybe when I get some more sanity, I'll throw like a 6-star clear together and just go like that. Trying to save everything for when the lady of the hour shows up in another couple of months. I want this old Calcit skin from when she was wearing like that black outfit. Just want to say that. Just want to throw that out there right now. There should be something with, yeah, the Abyssal Hunters. There should be an Abyssal Hunter event. And then we should get our 2-year anniversary. The Abyssal Hunter event is a 6-star puller, I think. I'm not sure what the event's called, I just know that it's something to do with Skadi. Or Skadi's people, I should say. But I think the operator is a 6-star puller. Yeah, and then it's Calcit. The Lady of the Hour, Calcit and Alta Skadi. Is that the 6-star welfare operator? Right. Well, that's interesting to know. I heard rumors of us getting a 6-star for free, but I hadn't done any research on who it actually was, because I typically pull for every event, so... First potential 6-star, sir. Sir. My fucking Hoshiguma. I've been throwing Hoshigumas away for ages. This game's like, oh, you want a 6-star? Have some Hoshiguma. I have too many. I've been throwing Hoshigumas out for ages. I don't know what this game has. She was my first 6-star, actually. Hoshiguma was my first 6-star. And ever since then, I've been getting too many, and now I've been throwing them out. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes for me, unfortunately. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I was pulling for Skadi. I was talking to one of the folks on my YouTube chat. I was trying to get Skadi for I don't know how long. You know, I actually think I got Skadi in one of those free 6-star tickets we got. Well, they weren't free. You had to buy the package, but you know, you buy the package and you get a 6-star of your choice. I think that is actually how I got Skadi. Pity pull of Skadi. Although there will be no pity when Calcit comes along, because I will be pulling hard. Typically not. No, not typically. I kind of just hold on to them. I don't really use a lot. I did, if you're wondering why I've got so many, I did just buy some. Because we had a whole bunch of skins come out that I wanted. So I used a whole bunch of Originite Prime on skins. This one was actually quite painful because I had to get a few of these. So that's where all my Originite Prime went, and I had to pick up some more. So now I'm saving it for the next batch of skins. Although I don't think there's any skins I'm really after coming up. I know there's a Zimmer skin that I want. There's a couple of swimsuit skins coming, but I don't know when they're coming, so... outside of that, I don't know. But that's where all my Originite Prime goes. All my Originite Prime goes on skins. So I buy whatever the top amount is. I don't even know. $130 or whatever, and then I buy skins, and I buy skins and until it all runs out, and then I buy some more. Oh, Blue Poison! There's a Blue Poison skin. I need that skin. Absolutely need that skin. As for how I'm level 120, I've been playing since release, so... Is it free? Fantastic. The little froggo gets a free skin. She deserves it. Most people are 120 that I know that have been playing since release. Although I don't have a very big group of friends that I know that have been playing since release. But the few that I do know that have been playing since release are 120. No, I don't usually use a lot of refreshers. I'm not going to say that I never have done it, but because I will openly admit that while I was working on EX-8, I did one refresh. Because I was getting close and I didn't want to let my memory slip. Because, you know, you take a break and then everything you've been working on kind of just slips through the sieve. So, yeah, I certainly won't say that I've never refreshed. I absolutely won't try and tell you that. Do I refresh often though? Not usually. Usually the only reason I refresh is if I'm like absolutely working on something and I just run out of sanity and I don't want to wait for the sanity to come back. So as I just said, because I have a goldfish brain, I just refresh it and keep working on it. That's typically where those are the circumstances under which I refresh. Do I just use Originite Prime to like farm materials? Typically not, no. My Originite Prime is used for skins and on occasions where I have been running low on like pool tickets. It also goes into the pools. I don't think that's a costume. I am hoping, and don't ruin my hopes and dreams here, that that might be a 5-star cruise. Don't ruin my hopes and dreams, please. No, I know there hasn't been, but like hepatops. Hepatox? There we go. Got it. Got there in the end. Hepatox on YouTube just says it wants the Who is Real costume for Cruz. And I am hoping that because that costume conveniently showed up when we got a 5-star lava, I'm hoping that maybe we'll get a 5-star Cruz. Because let's be honest, I don't know anybody who doesn't want a 5-star cruise. If you don't want a 5-star cruise, you're crazy. Oh, crack. Goes my back. The big stretch. That's something I spoke about it a little bit earlier too before you guys showed up. Well, look on the plus side, I've got my Froggo right here in case the 5-star cruise never happens. Froggo does me good, and if she's getting a free skin, then that's even better. I would like to see all those 3 stars boosted up to 5 though, in the same way Lava has. I think that adds to, you know, the story layering, I guess. Is that how you'd say it? I don't know. Because you'd think that those operators would gradually improve over time. Maybe not Beagle because she seems to fail all her tests, poor girl, but maybe the others. Character development, yeah. I don't know. The Arknight's world is built around story, so I'd like to see something like that happen. And I mean, those little 3 stars do hold special places in people's hearts. Because they are good. It's just, I remember reading a comic ages ago that... No, not Max Trust. God, no. I remember reading a comic ages ago that Poppycar was secretly Big Bob. Big Bob from like the first event we got on EN. Or Global. I think I have all 3 stars at Max Trust. Does that count? Let's be honest. Cruz and Melantha, 5-star. Who doesn't want it? Alright, that said, I need to go and dissect this video so I can re-upload this EX-8 that's not a catastrophe like the current one that I have uploaded. Yeah, but I want them. It has to be them, you know? Character plot, development, everything. I don't know. It's probably a little pipe dream, but I'm allowed to dream, especially after seeing Lava. I know that Lava kind of came about just as a sort of Nian joke, but you know, when you set the standard, there's a possibility.
ドクターあら
Uh,
お休みになられた
said, thank you everybody for coming along and chatting. I appreciate it.
ないのかしら
I hope you'll check out the video when I do get it uploaded. Current EX-8 is a bit tragic, so I'll forgive you for not bothering to look at that. But yeah, if I know a couple of you just dropped in right at the end here, but either way, if you do enjoy, or if you have enjoyed yourself, then by all means, like, subscribe, follow, depending on which of the two platforms you're on, because I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the moment, though my content for Arknights does primarily go on YouTube. So sorry for you guys who are on Twitch. You'll have to hunt me down if you're interested. There should be a link somewhere in my Twitch profile. I don't know, Twitch likes to hide it. But as I said, thanks for coming along, and I hope to catch you guys next time.